No. What's up, fam? This is your boy El Jefe, and I'm back as promised to talk to you guys about the Bluedio T7s. Now, a few days I posted an initial impressions video. If you guys didn't catch that, I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below. Now, before we go any further, and for full disclosure, due to popular demand and people actually asking Bluedio to send these to me, Bluedio actually sent these out to me free of charge for an honest opinion and review. Now, if this is your first time here, you're not familiar with my channel and the way that I do things, whether I go out and buy the product myself or if a company sends it out to me, I'm always going to keep it 100% real with you guys and let you know whether or not it's worth your hard-earned money. So with that said, let's get right into this. So here's how this video is going to go. First, I'm going to talk about some of the good things about these headphones, then I'm going to talk about the bad things about these headphones, and then we're going to get into whether or not I recommend them and if there are some better options available to you. Now, normally I like to do the cons before I do the pros, but on these headphones, the list of good things is shorter than the list of bad things. So let's start with the things that I do like about them. So first up is the connectivity. So these are using Bluetooth 5.0, so there isn't any video latency or lag, and there was no issues with, pairing them to my devices. Tested them on a bunch of different phones and tablets, iPhone XS for iOS, and then for Android, Galaxy S4 running Android 4.4. We've got the OnePlus 6 running Android 9, my Galaxy S8 also running Android 9, and Galaxy S8 Active running Android 8, and then another LG phone that's running Android 7. So multiple versions of Android plus iOS, just to make sure that everything is running correctly. Wasn't having any connectivity issues, wasn't having any of those weird low volume issues as well. Now, unfortunately, I know a lot of you out there use Huawei and Xiaomi devices. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those here to test with, so I can't tell you whether or not it works well with those or not. Secondly, the battery life on these is still good. Now, Bluedio was known for having some decent battery life. For the longest time, they've been able to easily give you anywhere between 15 and 30 hours worth of battery life. Now, for the T7 specifically, with the active noise cancellation turned off, I was able to get about 24 and a half hours. With the noise cancellation turned on, it dropped down to right around 21 hours. So respectable. For a headphone that runs you right around $50-ish, that's respectable. Now, the next thing that I like, and I did mention this in the initial impressions, is the fact that they went away from that funky voice control stuff that they were doing on the Bluedio V2s, and they brought the buttons back to the headphones. So you do get a dedicated rocker switch, for volume control and for track forward and track back, so that's helpful. You also get the play pause multifunction button so you can answer phone calls as well. You get a dedicated active noise cancellation button, and there's also a dedicated power switch and a ANC adjustment button. But more on the ANC in a little bit. I also like the fact that they did include the aux cable that has been left out from the T6 and the T6S and a bunch of their other headphones. They did put the aux cable back in the box, and I do appreciate having the ability to run these wired straight from the box. So kudos to them. I want to give credit where credit is due. Another thing that they fixed was the autoplay pause feature. Now, I was having a lot of problems with that on the Bluedio V2s, where it was just malfunctioning, it wasn't working correctly. As far as the T7s go, the play pause, when you put them on your head and take them off, when it automatically stops and starts, on these headphones, it's actually working quite well. It's working exactly as it's supposed to. I wasn't having any problems with that whatsoever. Now, and that is where the list of the things that I like about them ends. So first up, it's the sound leakage. So normally I don't do sound leakage tests, but a lot of people were requesting that in the comment section of the previous video, so I figured I would include it. There isn't much sound leakage to be heard all the way up to around 60% volume. Anything above 60%, you get into like 70, 80, you really want to start pumping up the music, it's actually very noticeable. But here, let me play you guys a sound clip, you let me know what you think. As far as codec support, there's still no aptX, there's no AAC. As far as my testing, all I've been able to get out of these is SBC. So there isn't any of the higher, res formats available as far as these headphones go. And also, one of the things that came up, a lot of people asked for it, I was going to include it anyway, is going to be a microphone quality test. Now, all the Bluedio headphones that I've ever tested have had subpar microphones. You don't buy Bluedio headphones for their microphone quality. You just get them for some budget, sound quality. That's pretty much what you're getting. But, people wanted me to include them, so I'll include it here. From what I can tell, it's pretty subpar, but I'll let you be the judge.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, so
I'm doing a quick microphone sound test on the Bluedio T7. So let me know, can you hear me clearly or no?
No, you sound muffled.
Sound muffled?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what do you guys think? You can make phone calls, but still not the best. There's obviously better out there. And then they have the feature that they were, showing off in their commercials and in their advertising about having this adjustable active noise cancellation. As far as I can tell, doing the active noise cancellation selections on it, I can't tell the difference. It's supposed to be a deeper form of noise cancellation. As far as I can tell, all I'm hearing is every time I push the button to change the setting is that the hissing gets louder. You push the button again and the hiss gets louder, and then you push the button again and the hiss gets quieter. But as far as the noise that's being canceled out, it sounds exactly the same. So as far as that goes, I don't think that's really working or doing very much. And that brings me to one of the most important questions about these headphones is, have they finally gotten the active noise canceling working? No, it's still the same situation. The active noise canceling just by itself will cancel out some low frequency noise, but it does it at the expense of the mid-range and the bass on these headphones. And it's noticeable. It isn't something where like, it's like the Taotronics BH060s where you kind of noticed it a little bit. No, these, you notice it. It is immediate. It just like sucks the soul right out of the music. So the active noise cancellation, they still haven't got that figured out yet. And then as far as the sound quality goes, so volume. These still have some decent volume, but in my testing directly against the T6s and the T5s and the T4S, these T7s have slightly less volume than all the others, and that includes the TM. I'm not sure what's going on. I thought maybe that was an issue. Maybe I needed to run them wired or break them in more, but the volume has still remained the same. So for whatever reason, they don't get as loud as the T6s. And it seems like the overall sound quality is still pretty much overall the same as your T6. It's sort of that U or V-shaped sound. You've got the punchy bass, and then you've got some okay mid-range, kind of muddy, and then you've got some highs in there, but it's just not that great. Now, mind you, I know exactly what I said as far as the sound quality goes for the T6s, but in the time since I uploaded that video, which was July of 2018, so since then, I've listened to a lot of different headphones, a lot of different higher quality models, and I've gained new perspective on what I feel sounds good. And to me, they just don't sound good. The T7s just don't sound that great. I mean, for a budget set of headphones, I would normally be a bit more forgiving, and they're okay, but considering the competition that's in this price range, whether it be anything from 50 to 100 bucks, there are far better options available to you. On the only plus side that I can give them for sound quality is when they're wired. When you wire them in, whether it's to your phone or to your PC or, or even through a small amp, the sound quality drastically improves. The bass gets deeper, everything overall sounds far better. So that's the only plus I can give them in the sound quality department. So at this point, do I recommend you guys upgrading your headphones to the Bluedio T7? Or do I recommend you guys going out and picking up the Bluedio T7s as your first set of Bluetooth headphones? No, straight up, no. Don't make any qualms or mistakes about it. I don't recommend these headphones. That's despite them even sending them out to me for free. I still don't recommend these headphones. But let me tell you why. In this price category, which is a little weird because I know they're on sale for like 50 bucks on AliExpress, but some people bought them for $100 when they first came out. So there's a wide gamut of price here, but let's say even at $50, you have far better options available to you. But not only that, regardless of which ones you pick up, you're still, kind of gambling here because the quality control problems at Bluedio are still ongoing. I'm still getting DMs from people, I'm still getting comments on my videos about people who are buying the TMs, the TMS, the T6S, whatever it might be, and they are still receiving faulty pairs. Whether it's connection problems, sound problems, them dying out in a couple days, whatever it might be. So some people get really good ones, but a lot of people are still getting bad copies. So that's one of the main reasons why I have trouble recommending any of their products at this point. But let me make this clear. If you have other headphone brands available to you in whatever country you're watching this video from, if you have Sony available to you, if you have MPOW available to you, Taotronics, JBL. If you have any of these other brands, then go with those over the Bluedio. 9 times out of 10 with those brands, you're gonna get a quality product right out of the box, and you're not gonna have the same types of issues. But if you're one of those people that insists on buying these Bluedio T7s, if you just have to have them, or whatever weird flex it is to have these Bluedio headphones, then at the very least do yourselves a favor and buy them from a vendor who is gonna actually have a decent return policy. Somebody that if you have trouble with yours, which some of you inevitably will, make sure you have an out. Make sure you have somebody that you can either exchange them with or return them and get your money back. If you have Amazon available to you in your country, buy them through Amazon. As of the making of this video, they're not available on Amazon US. So either way, I'm not going to be leaving links to these in this video. I'm not going to leave AliExpress links or Lazada or GearBest or whoever you go through. I'm not going to be leaving links to these because I don't recommend them. So if you insist on buying them, at the very least, buy them from somewhere that you're going to be able to get your money back if you want to do that. So with that said, let me give you guys some options here that'll be a little bit better for you. So first up, let me give you some options here. So if you're one of the people that want to upgrade, let's say you have the T4S, the T5s or the T6s or the TMs. The T7s are not an upgrade for you. Matter of fact, the T4S, to me personally, for what I like, sound far better. The bass is way deeper. They've got far more volume. The only thing that they don't have over the T7s is a little bit of crispiness on the top end, a little bit of that clarity on the top end. But beyond that, the T4S, a far better option for you. The TMs, far better option for you. If you're a T4, T5, T6 owner, this is not an upgrade for you. Take that from your boy El Jefe. Now, if you have other options available, like I mentioned, MPOW Taotronics or Sony's in the $50 price range, you've got the Taotronics BH022s and you've got the Taotronics BH040 and the BH060. All three of those are active noise canceling headphones. All of them are under 60 bucks and they're all a better option than the T7s. From MPOW, you've got the MPOW H5s that are usually under 50 bucks, and you've got the H10s that are right around the $60 to $65 mark. So the H5s and the H10s, both are better options. So if you have a little bit more money to spend, maybe you're closer to like 80 or 100 bucks, you've got the Taotronics BH046 that I recently did a review on. Those are absolutely a great option for you. The Soundcore Space and Seas, also another good option for you. So those are two other options that are super great options for you if you're in that price range. Now, if you're one of those people that don't really care about active noise canceling, which if you're gonna buy Bluedio headphones, you really shouldn't care about it because it's gonna ruin your sound quality anyway, you have other options available to you. $60-ish to $70, you've got my personal favorites, the Edifier W830BT. Those headphones, I will continue to recommend them to you guys. 80 plus hours of battery life. aptX, you've got incredible sound quality on those, and the bass blows all of these out of the water. Anything in the Turbine series, these sound better. The only ones that come close are those T4Ss. Overall, it's just a far better headphone. And if you're a super bass head, you want something that's got some seriously kicking bass, you can get yourself a set of refurbished Sony XB950B1s. I did a full review on those as well. And you can get a refurbished set of those for around 75 to 85 bucks on Amazon all day long, on eBay all day long. Do yourself a favor and pick up those. The bass on those, unbelievable. So there's your options. You have a ton of different options available to you. There is so much other stuff available on the market. So do yourselves a favor. If you want to upgrade, this isn't it. If you want a good set of headphones that's going to have good noise canceling and great sound quality, you have your options. If you guys want to check any of those out that I mentioned, I'm going to link all of those in the description box down below. So if you guys have any more questions, if I didn't get to some of the questions you may have asked in the previous video, feel free to leave those down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about this. I do not mind answering your questions, and I love talking to you guys in the comment section of my videos. So let me know what you guys think. Did you guys like this review? Did you guys like this recommendation or this lack of recommendation? Let me know. And as always, if you guys like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys didn't like this video, go ahead and hit the dislike button. There's always one or two of you guys, and I don't want you feeling left out. And if you haven't done so already, consider joining the fam. Hit that subscribe button along with that small notification bell, and this way you never miss any of my weekly videos. Now, I hope I brought you guys some good value today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you in the next video.